I thought you had to heat the water to dissolve
Why would you think
it.
that?
I didn't grow up with Alka-Seltzer.
Neither did I.
I thought the heat dissolved it.
But have you ever had like an effervescent tablet?
I don't know what that means.
It means that it effervesces.
That it doesn't matter the temperature?
No.
I honestly wanted to leave. Not like... I can't take it. I can't take those moments. I don't know what they are. But doing something wrong, like having a piping hot Alka-Seltzer just... Is it even for colds?
Airborne was for colds.
No, I took the other one. Is it like NUUM or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I boiled the water for that.
That is remarkable. There's no need to.
I don't know.
You just drop it in.
I shouldn't be allowed to be around.
I'm hungies.
That's you.
I have hungies.
I do too, and we're just starting. Oh.
Well, I usually have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich around this time.
Yeah, you're new to the PB and not. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've had my
them,
fair
but
share.
Not like in our marriage.
I'm getting into PB and J's.
Why you weren't? Did you? Why didn't you?
Well, I'm out of jelly right now.
Well, no, like why haven't you throughout our entire marriage had PB and J's with me?
Just because it's childish.
But you're embracing the child. You see why.
Well, now I use Ezekiel bread, the Bible bread. And with that, I don't feel so childish.
Because it's biblical.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just, and
God,
it
I'd be
tastes.
so pissed if I was a kid and my mom made me eat Ezekiel bread.
My mom made me eat Ezekiel bread.
Was it because of the Bible?
No, it was because she would say, the whiter the bread, the sooner you're dead. She said
was
that to
right.
me as a child.
It's a little like, whoa.
So
does it hurt you when I eat white bread?
I mean, white bread's terrible for you.
But does it hurt you?
Refined flour, corn syrups, bunch of seed oils, all the bad stuff.
Soft.
And everyone's all up in arms about seed oils. They'll say they're fine. The seed oils are fine. They're not fine.
You're here to say they're not fine.
People say that they're fine.
Who?
People just say
Seed
that.
oil companies?
Well, there's health influencers are like, seed oils are fine. What are you talking about? Why are you so afraid of seed oils? If you need industrial strength, like things that grind and boil and sift and filter and grind and boil and distill.
I'm listening.
You don't need that. That's bad.
It's bad for you.
And you shouldn't be eating white bread.
You should be eating Bible bread.
But I can't because I'm out of jelly. I love peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
I feel like you judge me.
For what?
I don't even know. I know you judge me.
For what?
For the crusts.
Oh, yeah, you don't eat your crust.
I don't eat my crusts. And then we were going through the pictures. We were going through old pictures this morning.
Yeah.
Cuddling up, reminiscing on our relationship of years past. And there was a picture of Pop-Tarts.
No, it wasn't a picture of Pop-Tarts. It was a picture of a pile of Pop-Tart crusts.
Yeah. The edges.
Why?
All the love from you zapped. I felt so much love, and then I felt it just
dissipate
like that.
Well, the love
effervescent
didn't
tablet.
dissipate, but certainly
Respect and dignity.
I was just like, what are you why?
It's not good.
But if you're eating the crust like just by itself, it's not the best.
Yeah,
sure.
So I don't want it.
But if you just eat it with the rest of the Pop-Tart, like it blends in.
No.
Yeah, just take a fucking bite. You'll get the frosting. You'll get the jelly.
You don't get the jelly.
You get the jelly.
It's dry.
Again, if you're just breaking off the crust and eating that like you're at fucking Passover or something, then yes, that's not good. And it's not as good.
You see how small I like my bits though. I like small pieces. So like the amount of piece I need to kick jelly with it.
It's scone. Do you like scone?
Kinda.
Well, then you kinda like the edges of a Pop-Tart.
I'd rather just eat another Pop-Tart and eat the innards. I know. Food
It's the
waste.
same. It's the same.
Not the same. There's no jelly. It's just dry.
But you're eating that anyway.
Not if you don't eat it.
It's like crust.
Yeah, I won't eat the crust. I won't
Crust
eat
is the
crust.
same.
It's not
Crust
the same.
is the same.
It's not the same.
Crust is the
What
same.
is on the crust? Is there the red stuff? What is it? What is in a pizza?
What red stuff?
Sauce. There's no sauce. There's no
even
olives.
with bread.
There's no pepperoni. It's just bread. Dry bread.
You don't like bread?
I don't like crust.
Welcome to humanity. Crust is the same as the other stuff.
It's literally not the same. If it was the same, it would look the same.
It's not like they formulate it out of separate ingredients and pack it around the bread. It's the same.
Then how can you tell any difference between when you eat the crust in the middle?
You can't.
What are you talking about?
You can't.
Really?
It's the same.
If I blindfolded you, you wouldn't know if you were eating a crust?
Of like white bread, especially. Yes.
How dare you?
It's the same.
It's a fluffy innards.
It's your fucking brain
God
saying it's a banana peel. It's not a banana peel. It's the same. Like a banana peel.
It's not the same.
The banana is the meat. It's what you want. And the peel is a different thing.
Just like the crust.
But a crust is literally the same ingredients as the bread.
Prepared differently.
It's not prepared differently.
It's a different texture.
It's not a different texture.
Do I need to go get some fucking bread?
It's the same.
Somebody call in. No one's going to confirm me because everyone's all grown up and they eat their crusts.
I'm just saying.
Fuck crusts.
It literally is the same ingredients.
It's literally the same thing. It's not the same thing. If you can taste the difference when you're blindfolded, it's not the same.
If I make cookies, is the edge of the cookie that is?
I don't like the corners.
I'm not talking about a brownie. I'm talking about a cookie. If you take a cookie, do you peel off the outermost layer of the entire cookie so that you can only eat the gooey parts?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
I do push the
That is not true.
I have.
You haven't done that.
I have.
You have not done that.
I've never done that.
No.
It depends what kind of cookie.
Hang on.
It's gooey.
Look up a picture of a cookie.
No.
Look up.
I am leaving.
Look up a picture of a cookie.
I'm not always. I'm just saying it's not if there is a big discrepancy, I will save the Lucky Charm marshmallows for the end.
Look up a picture of a cookie.
You can't make me.
Do it.
Why? I know that, but that's not the same as a pizza crust.
I'm not even talking about pizza crust.
You really grind my gears right now. Picture of a cookie.
Yeah.
What about it?
Bon appetit, the fourth one. Click on that. Yeah. So everything you see, everything the light touches in this moment is the equivalent of a bread crust.
No, it's not.
Yes. 100% it is. Because all bread crust is the outside of the bread. So if the cookie has an outside of the cookie, then the cookie has a crust that you eat because you don't peel off the crust of the cookie because that is part of the cookie. It is the cookie. Just like the crust of the bread is the bread. They are not separate. They are not different. It is merely the edge of the thing you are eating. And if you want to remove the edge of the thing you are eating, there is no end. You don't eat the thing because you have to continually remove the edge.
Yeah.
So you don't even eat the bread.
Yeah, you do.
If you said, I don't eat bread, then fine. But if you eat bread, you should be eating the crust.
This is crazy.
They are the same.
I'm the only one that believes me, and I will live on my sad little island.
Second row, fifth one over. The knife cutting into the bread.
Yeah.
Click on that.
That's the outside hard part. That's much drier.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
I eat so much more bread than you. I know bread.
But when you see this loaf of bread, what is that?
What?
Tell me what you're seeing.
I'm seeing the outer shell of the loaf of bread.
No. So, okay, if you're seeing the outer shell of the loaf of bread, go back to cookie. Go back to cookie. Now what are you seeing?
Cookie.
You by the same logic, you're seeing the outer shell of the cookie. They are both baked. They are both flour.
No more drinking. How dare you?
They are the same.
They're not. like in sacrament at church. They break up the bread and you have to take a piece of bread in the Mormon church. I think they do that. Or
They do that. They love that.
Do they have
everywhere.
bread or Catholic? Or what? Crackers.
Whatever they have.
I don't know, but if you're towards the end of the line, you're just having crust because everyone's getting the soft pieces because it's different. It's better. It's like eating a sponge.
No one wants to do that.
I do. I'm just saying, if I have limited real estate in here and I don't eat a lot anyway, I'm going to save it for the good parts.
Food waste.
Yes. Who cares? None of it matters.
Do we have the door shut? Because of the dog.
Benny Franks.
Our dog breathes. Our dog breathes. So if you hear that, that's what you're hearing.
Her nickname is Benny Franks because
She looks just like Benjamin Franklin.
Like Benjamin Franklin.
It's amazing.
Should I pull up a picture?
Sure.
This is a picture of Mizu, the dog. And then I'll look up a picture of Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, she looks just like Benjamin Franklin.
I don't know how to make these just be side by side.
Remember when the internet was easy?
Yeah, that's the same person.
Yeah, she looks just like Benjamin Franklin.
Franks.
She's always making that same expression.
She is.
I mean, look at the mouth. It's the same.
He's
it's the
an
same
American
expression.
hero.
Which, what did he even do?
Everything.
He invented electricity. Did he do the light bulb?
Lightning rod.
He invented lightning.
I think he's worked on the Constitution. I think he liked pranks. I don't know. What else did he do?
But he wasn't a president.
No.
Is he the only non-president on our money?
Probably.
Why? Why would
Because
he?
he was so great.
How is he so great? He doesn't deserve. Like that's
I
president.
think he's even better that he wasn't a power hungry son of a bitch. You know what I mean?
Like what did he do though?
He's an inventor. Bifocals.
Okay, so he invented swim fins, the Franklin stove, which is like the modern stove,
He invented the stove.
the lightning rod, which that just goes on top of buildings.
Okay.
He invented a pole. Cool. The flexible catheter.
Flexible.
He invented the flexible
it
catheter.
before?
It was the rigid catheter. He invented the 24-hour three-wheel clock, bifocal glasses,
That's a good one.
the long arm extension to reach high books. He discovered ways to keep streets cleaner. He discovered that electricity existed in storm clouds in the form of lightning.
That's pretty good. That's more impressive than just the pole.
He was he co-founded America's first volunteer fire department.
Really?
America's first circulating library, first public hospital, first mutual insurance company.
So he didn't have time to be president, even if he wanted to be. This is a lot of...
He improved street lamps. He was the first to use positive and negative to describe electrical charges. This guy, there's no way he existed. This is a man of lore. This is an urban myth.
Benny Franks?
I don't think he existed.
Wasn't he really old?
There's no way anyone could do anything like that.
Maybe because he lived so long, he had so much... I think he lived a long time.
How old was he when he died? And in what year?
84. In 1790, when the life expectancy was 35 to 40. And he was like super overweight and he loved food.
So he was 300 years old.
He was 300 years old.
So we're talking, a man was
And
300 years
unhealthy.
old, invented everything we have today, was a founding father. We're making him up. Benjamin Franklin did not exist.
I don't have any proof that he did.
No one can.
He does sound... Is he the oldest founding father? Is he the oldest? How can he live so long and be so rotund? He's the oldest signer of the Declaration of Independence. Well, so he was 70 in 1776, so I assumed he was in his,
40s.
Yeah. He was nearly dead.
So
he did all this before founding a country.
we can confidently say
He doesn't exist.
he did not exist.
No. They just... What's the incentive to Why?
I don't know. It's like Uncle Sam. It's just a character
Yeah.
that we like.
Just to put all of America's achievements on a
Anything that we couldn't figure out who invented it, Benny did it.
Benny Franks.
Benny Franks
It's
did
actually
it.
a good hypothesis rather than just having a bunch of unknowns just make a god. He is a man of lore,
Yeah.
and I love him.
So you heard it here first. Benjamin Franklin is a made-up man.
He did not exist. There's no chance.
No chance at all.
No chance in hell.
Well, keep in mind, you can guess what we saw because we saw something, and if you guess what it is, you will win that $500. Just go to ohyeahbigtime.tv/guest to read the official rules and to submit your guess for the thing that we saw. You can also give us a call at 802-870-6928. We will not answer the phone. You will leave a voicemail, and then we'll play it on the air and respond to you here on the podcast. So 802-870-6928.
Good timing.
I tried real hard.
I
was stressed out, but I got it. Hello and welcome to You're Telling Me with the Riptide Gang. What?
I'm sorry. I'll turn around.
This episode is brought to you by movies. Do you want to sit in a dark room filled with strangers while watching a hyper-compacted storyline where every punchline is compressed into 90 seconds of rapid-fire jokes? What am I saying? Well, introducing movies. They're gonna make money, so you gotta see them. Movies.
We still go because you have to.
You have to go to the movies.
Have to, if you have friends, you have to go to movies.
First of all, for hanging out with people, movies are the best.
Yeah,
because you get points. You get points for the hangout. You don't have to do any. There's banter at the beginning, banter at the end. My favorite part was okay, see ya.
And you just fucking scarf popcorn the whole time.
I don't like to do that.
I do. That's why I go.
For the popcorn.
Absolutely.
Do you put the butter on your popcorn?
When you're not around.
It's just so weird to see that colored syrup pour out
drizzle, thick
out
sauce.
of like a little thin faucet. Yeah.
Movies. We probably go to the movies 3 times a year.
It's increasing.
It is increasing. Because we're trying to be good friends.
But when we go to the movie, I can't. Whenever I get out of a movie, even one, especially one that I like, I can't help but think, well, this would have just been better as a series.
Oh yeah.
To binge on Netflix or something.
You can't do anything in 2-3 hours.
It's too fast.
And yet that is too long. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to sit that fucking long.
It's too long for one story.
Yeah.
But it's too short for that same story.
Yeah. Every time it's like, oh, that was a good movie. It would be 5,000 times better as a series where it's not rushed.
Like we went to go see the Wolverine Deadpool movie a bit ago. It's just the whole thing is a roller coaster ride, and it's fun while you're in it. But it's just like joke, gore, joke, punchline, joke, gore, funny song, explosion, joke, punchline, joke.
I find it a little tiresome, and then more jokes, gore.
And credits, jokes, gore, jokes, credits, edits, jokes, edits, gore, punchline, ha ha.
It's a
cameo, joke, cameo, punchline. Like, we get it.
It's kind of like those people that need to be the center of attention or, like, just got to be on one when you're in person. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or it just seems like, oh, you need a lot of attention and, like...
It's kind of like being around me. So...
Yeah.
But...
You are Deadpool Wolverine.
As the movie.
It's like, all right.
But if that was a series, then, like, it could tell an actual... Like, I don't know what happened.
I don't know.
If you had to ask me what happened in the Deadpool Wolverine movie...
Don't think there was a plot.
Wolverine was laying down in the beginning. And then at the end, a bunch of Deadpools died. That's all that happened.
Yeah.
That's all I know that happened.
Yeah, I don't it's fine.
There was a car. They were in a car.
They were swearing. Was there even intercourse? Why do we go?
Why do we bother?
Why do we go if we can't see?
But then, like a couple of weeks ago, we went to go see Romulus.
Not as good.
I liked it while I was there.
Yeah.
Like while the movie's going on, I thought it was fun. But as soon as I left, all the plot holes revealed themselves into little ghost whispers. You know, like you're thinking about what just happened.
Well, because you want to like it, and then once you start dissecting,
right? It's like, why did his accent change when he had the new chip put in him?
I was wondering that.
Like they programmed that? They programmed a British accent for the evil version.
Right.
They wouldn't do that.
It's a good question. And why did the kids have a ship on this like very highly regulated planet that has no like vacation? You get a vacation every like 20,000 hours.
Yeah, they just get to go run away on a ship.
Then they just get to leave. I don't know. But if you gave it some goddamn time, you could actually flesh out that story. Plot holes galore. Then what was the end? Well, we don't want to spoil the end, but yeah. Just something happened.
Just, you know, at the end when everything just so happens to work out perfectly.
And then I hear DJ go, yeah, right.
Yeah, because like the whole movie is panic and intense moments and everything's going wrong, but then it's the end of the movie. So now things have to start working out well. And so everything's just in the fucking nick of time. Never fucking happens in life.
No, life is just one failure after another.
Right.
It doesn't just come together because
it's the end.
Because it's the end.
Yeah.
There's no end except the end.
Right.
And usually, the end very notoriously does not go well. You know,
typically speaking, yeah.
It's usually just a downward spiral.
That's kind of built into it being the end. Is everything being wrong.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm like, yeah, right. You know, side mouth whispers at the theater.
Yeah, it's like finally it got too much for you even in the moment.
But if that was a series, they wouldn't have to do all that.
No. I'm sick of it. Give me more series. Give me more things to binge watch.
Like, honestly, it's to a point where I prefer reality TV over almost anything.
Not every, but like 90%. It's certainly funnier than like comedy, like the best comedies.
Right. Because you're watching, and even if these moments are sort of curated and gutter guarded by the producers until they happen the way they want them to, there's still like people being awful.
Yeah.
And there's something I like about watching bad people be alive.
It's a real moral conundrum for me. I know you suffer through no such thing, but when they you hear about what they go through on the back end and and it's very predatory.
Right, but they're trading their souls.
Yeah.
For I'm on TV.
I think it's just even worse than they expect every time, but
sure, but they don't even care. They could leave at any moment.
Yeah.
They could just leave. But they don't because they're on TV.
It just feels like, you know how I feel when I feel like it's like the Coliseum, or it's not the same, but I'm just like,
it's a little Black Mirror.
Yeah, but I love it. So Black Mirror me all day, man.
Well, so my favorite thing is to hate.
That is your favorite thing.
Hate is my favorite feeling. There's so much more depth in hate than there is in love.
Love is simple.
Love is simple. It's also less like I can hate something for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And just analyze every fucking thing I hate. Basking in the complaints and the criticisms that are just brewing in the bowels of my hate.
Yeah, they just layer upon layer.
But love is, it's simple. Yeah. It's over as soon as that restaurant was phenomenal. I love that place. Done.
That's true.
Versus like the fucking waitress sat down next to us and pretended to be our friend and take our order, and she got our orders wrong, and the food that we got that was wrong was bad. There's so much to analyze.
That's where memories are made. The memories are not made in the joy.
We can start playing with ideas here, with the things that we hate.
Hate brings us together.
I think so.
Yeah.
When people say, Kamala is all about hope and love.
You're just
no. Hate, criticism.
Yeah, I want whoever stokes hate.
Right. I want to sit here and analyze the hatred.
There's more to talk about, and we're bored, and we need to be entertained.
And some people don't like to play with ideas.
They get very yeah. Friends.
They take things as they come, and they don't want to talk about it.
It's like they're offended by hypotheticals.
Right. Like I can't think of an example, but
it happens to us all the time. We try to banter hypotheticals, and it's like, yeah, but that's not what happened, so why are you talking about it?
It's like bicyclists. They think they can be in the road because they're a vehicle. Hey, man, this is for vehicles, and I'm a vehicle. I'm on a bike. We can share the road, even though I'm going a fraction of the speed as you. And I'm kind of wobbling into the fucking lane as you're driving 50 miles an hour. We're sharing the road, man. Oh, but also it's a red light, and I'm just going to run that because I'm on a bike, so it's different. Like, you can't do that. Yeah. You get your own fucking rules, but you also get to intervene on mine. Not okay. But these are ideas. We can play with them.
Yeah.
Some people just say, hey, man, it's okay. It's legal.
Then there's nothing to talk about.
Like, then leave me.
Leave me forever. Yeah.
Like, what are we doing alive?
What is there to talk about?
Why are we here?
What are we going to do if I can't yell at my wife about crust?
Right. Exactly.
What's the point of being married?
What's the point of being alive?
We're just going to agree about everything. I feel ya.
It's like, I love The Boys. Not Little Boy, like the TV show.
Oh, you love the
Boys.
The Boys. You should say that.
I love the TV show, The Boys.
That's a nice thing to. I love The Boys, and it's like, ooh.
You tell Moles. But it's fun. It's riveting.
That was a joke.
But as soon as it's over, so is my love for that show.
Yeah. I'll go into the lore with like dragon and stuff, but yeah, it's got a really short lifespan after. I'm not seething with it's cleared. I've moved on to the next thing.
But like Selling Sunset.
Oh.
Now that, I hate it.
Yes.
And my hatred is like a river that flows endlessly.
Yeah.
We don't know where the source is.
Makes your eyes twinkle. Look at you.
I love hating. It's like a fresh well of rage that springs forth.
And it's eternal because it's just explain what Selling Sunset. They might.
So Selling Sunset, you have a group of women
managed by twins.
Managed by two twins who are very tiny men.
And sleep with them.
This is like, I mean, this is like a Scooby-Doo porno was made. You have these two like twin villains who have sex with all of the prostitute real estate agents.
Yeah.
Like how this world intertwined, and like they have sex with them.
Straight up. That's not even like that's just.
And they're in the office and they're talking about boobs and vaginas and sex and penises.
Touch them so much.
And the guys will do anything.
Them from behind.
Yeah, they'll just come like hug them, and their heads are at like the nape, or what is the small of their back.
Yeah.
Their heads are like resting on the small of their back, right above their butt, and they're just like,
oh, thanks.
And they're like, what is going on here? And so this show follows this company, quote unquote, as these women try to sell houses to men to make money for the tiny bald men so that those tiny bald men can keep having sex. It's this vicious circle of disgust.
It's pretty like not all real estate agents are prostitutes, but these ones.
And not all prostitutes are real estate agents. In fact, most are not.
Correct.
This show has...
But on Selling Sunset, I mean, it's straight up just like, put on your sexy clothes and go sell that house.
To that slime guy.
Yeah.
Hey, take off your top and go sell that house to that 70-year-old man.
Yeah.
Who will do anything to feel like he has a chance with you.
Yes.
That's what the show is.
But they make so much money. They make so much money because they're $30 million properties. Biggest racket in America. I know it's not just, although America is higher than other countries. Biggest racket in the world. Just a mandatory, like 6% goes to real estate agents. Can we talk about that for a second?
Insane.
Like, what is her job? She goes to the house and says, look around.
If I have $50 million to spend on a house, here's what I'm doing. I'm opening up the internet. I'm searching homes in the price range that I want. Let's say between 30 and 50 million.
With a pool.
With a pool, with a blah, with a bling. With a garage that's twice as tall as the house.
Yeah.
I find the house that I want. I go look at it. And if I like it, I buy it.
You don't want anyone there.
I don't want anyone there. I definitely don't want to go to an open house.
No.
To go to an open house and to sit there with all these strangers.
What's the point of being rich?
Right.
The whole point of being rich is to be exclusive.
Yeah, to not have to deal with anyone.
You have to meddle with these women. And they're just there to be like, cabinets are made of limestone.
It's porous.
It's porous. Better hope it rains.
Yeah.
Look at this view. Do you have any questions? I don't know. I'll ask the owner. I don't know the answer to that question. I don't live here. This is not my house, but thanks.
Real estate agents do nothing.
It's crazy. They look at the same listings we look at, adjust some filters, and then they send, do you like this house? And then they go, and then they walk around and do a show and tell. And then they get millions of dollars.
It would be like if the cashier at Whole Foods got like 6% commission on everything that they rung up.
It's like you didn't.
I'm buying this anyway.
Right.
You're not like tricking me into buying a house.
I could have bought it without you.
Right. And I would have preferred to.
And I would have, yeah. It's the fact that they make more in one sell than we'll make in a hot minute. We're in the wrong business, brother.
Time to flash our tits.
Our teats?
But yeah, that's bad TV. We just talked about bad TV.
We did.
We weren't talking about good TV. That's not fun.
Because I really like this person. I admire them.
Me too.
Boring. We went to this is just an aside, but we went to go see Kishi Bashi, which is a musician.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. I cried. I sobbed.
Right.
So beautiful. What else is there to talk about? One of the most moving experiences of my life. Nothing to talk about.
It's over.
Yeah.
We're done.
It's like, great.
But if it was bad...
Yeah.
Like I like bad music more than I like good music.
Oh, yeah. That's...
Like somehow most
I
of
don't know
my...
anyone like us.
No.
And I don't think we'll ever find anyone like us.
My Instagram Reels algorithm is just bad music.
Amateur, singers.
And I love it.
Yeah.
I go and find these songs on Apple Music to add to my playlist.
Oh, I shower to them every morning.
Because they're so
give
fun.
Me life.
You got to find a love.
And it's not rooted in that's not rooted in hate. I truly love
That's
the
true.
Bad music.
I
that does not
enjoy it.
apply to that. I am appreciative of the bad music.
I just think bad things are funner.
They're funner.
Than effort and success.
Like going to New York to see Hugh Jackman live in concert at Madison Square Garden.
Hilarious.
It's so much funnier than I'm going to see Radiohead in London. Okay.
Cool.
Ooh, legendary. No. It's so fun to go see Hugh Jackman. But that's why I like you, because I don't know a single person that's
alone in this
cherishing
world.
These horrible songs.
I think the only thing it doesn't work with is podcasts. I don't like bad I like bad music. I like bad TV.
Unless it's unbelievably fun and cringe, but otherwise it's they
just don't do it for maybe we're bad. I don't think so, but
yeah, I like listening to our podcast. So
you have those podcasts where it's 5 guys and 3 sex workers.
Too many people.
And they're like, man, I'm excited for this week's pod. We got to get Kelly on Ryan's pod. I was on Ryan's pod last week and it was great. Abortions are bad. And it's
they're just shuffling partners on the pods.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's not the same. And also don't call a podcast a pod.
That's a thing for you, huh?
That makes me critically angry.
That's a thing?
That's a thing.
Because I thought I feel like I've seen you visibly tense up, but I've never asked how it makes you feel.
It's a podcast.
Yeah.
It is not a pod. It makes me lose it's a podcast. That would be like calling a TV show a TV. It's not.
I guess you call it a show, but...
You do. You can call it a show. I would even say you could call it a cast before you could call it a pod.
Yeah.
Like...
That's the actional part. Words are hard
like
for me.
TV is the medium for which you watch the show. Yeah. The pod is the medium for which you listen to the cast.
Is it the iPod? What is a podcast?
Yeah, it was coined by the Podfather, I think they call him.
Is it like, did Apple invent podcasts?
No, so Apple had the iPod, and then...
Did they name the iPod? What is a pod?
It's the iPod. It's like a little pod for carrying around your music. It's a cute name.
The podcast predates the iPod?
No.
Oh.
iPod predates the podcast.
Okay, so it is the medium. That's what you're saying to me.
Yes.
I see.
So like the term was coined by mixing iPod and broadcast. Replace broad with pod. Mm-hmm. And since iPods aren't a thing anymore, I get it. Maybe we should consider calling them something else.
Yeah.
Like, you could argue we need a new term. For sure.
Or we just need to bring back iPods. That's a better universe for me.
I like that. But you can't just, like, call something the first syllable of what it is.
Pod.
Like, oh, my elbows get dry in the winter, so I need some lout.
I do know what you're talking about, but you sound kind of like a dum-dum.
And you wouldn't say, like, I'm a little hungry, so for breakfast I made a hot bowl of oat.
You want that extra syllable.
Usually I like some sear. You know?
Yeah.
You can't do that. Don't call it. It's not a pod. It's a podcast. What, you can't say two syllables?
So, dear listeners, if you ever call, if you were just to say, I love the pod, just make sure you say, I love the podcast. Because I don't want him turning against you. You know what I mean? Just trying to warn them. How sad to call in if you're like, love the pod, and then you like rip them a new one. Yeah.
That's what, in my head, when somebody says pod, love the pod, got the latest pod, I crumble inside.
It hurts you.
It's so painful.
Well,
why are you calling it a pod? When did this happen?
I'm just saving syllables.
But for what? What are you saving them for?
For breath. I don't know. I don't love pod. So
it's just that's not what it is.
This is not a non-pod podcast.
We are just a cast.
Yeah. Normalize casting.
Yeah.
Yeah. In unrelated news, I just wanted to discuss something I saw today because it made me feel a way and you weren't there. There was what appeared to be a I don't look at him and say there's a virgin. I don't.
Wait, start over. I don't know what you're.
I was at
you
the
don't
dog,
look at who?
I was at the dog. I don't typically just look at people and say, "Oh, that's a virgin." That's not how my brain works.
Good.
Not a predator. I was just at the dog.
Is that a virgin? Imagine if a guy said that sentence. I don't usually look at women and say she's a virgin.
Yeah. Well, he just had shorts that said Virginity rocks. But he looked like a virgin, so it just made me sad.
Like maybe he got them at like a Christian bookstore?
I don't know where he got them, but I don't even know why I'm bringing this up. I just didn't like how it made me feel. You know what I mean?
So you decided to resurface that and feel it again.
Yeah, because you make me feel better. Make me feel better. Isn't it kind of sad?
I mean, that's probably it. He either likes being a virgin, in which case, good for him.
Does he?
If somebody is wearing authentically Virginity Rocks shorts, and they like being a virgin, then it's sort of like a double, like two truths are happening here, right? the man likes being a virgin, and also no one wants to have sex with him. And he likes that. It's not like an incel where...
Because he embraces it.
Right. He is voluntarily celibate, but also doesn't realize that he's involuntarily celibate. You know what I mean? Because if a beautiful, attractive woman started touching a man who wanted to be a virgin, guess what happens? He doesn't want to be a virgin anymore. But if no beautiful woman ever gives him attention, he can trick himself into thinking this is all on him. I have chosen this life. I'm going to buy some virgin. But also he could just be wearing them ironically.
Oh, you think he's not a virgin?
I don't know, but I'm saying that those are the two options. Either he's wearing them because he's proud to be a virgin and doesn't realize that it's not up to him, or he is wearing them ironically.
Virginity rocks. Okay, this is what it was. So is this...
Is that what he was wearing?
This is what he was wearing.
So he's wearing them ironically.
Oh, is that ironic?
I think so. What's the name of the site? Danny Duncan?
Danny Duncan 69.
Oh, yeah. This is an ironic, like, funny shirt site.
So you think he's not a virgin. You think he fucks.
I don't know. I mean, what are the other shirts on this site?
It can only be ironic if you aren't a virgin. Otherwise...
So if he's wearing them authentically as a virgin and proud to be a virgin.
Is any male proud to be a virgin? That's what I'm trying to get
Christian men have tricked themselves. Religious men have tricked themselves into thinking that they like that. Yes.
So I don't have to... Do I have to feel bad for him?
Well, what are some of the other clothes on this?
On Danny Duncan.
I love hot moms who ate all the pussy.
Big Dick.
Dick the birthday boy. Wait, is Dick a verb in that?
Dick, do you want to dick the birthday boy?
I guess if it said down, Dick down the birthday boy.
Well, what is it? Dick the birth? Are you the dick? Who's Dick? Does there need to be punctuation? Dick the birthday boy?
Dick could be a verb here.
Dick the birth?
Like dick me.
Like stick your dick in the birthday boy?
Yeah.
It's kind of intense.
I agree.
I hope he's the birthday boy.
What else do we have here? We have
who ate all the pussy? I love sushi.
He's eating out a woman. She's not even...
What does that mean? Am I crazy? Am I naive?
I think this only works if it's I'm not being racist.
Don't be racist.
I'm just saying this only works if it is racist.
Yeah.
Like if she's Japanese. Then you could say I love sushi and that would be relevant.
There's no indication she's Japanese. So is he saying that he likes to eat out
women
and it tastes like raw fish and he enjoys that?
I mean, I
guess you love sushi.
I love sushi.
Do you?
If it tasted like that, it wouldn't change.
Is there something you need from me?
Soy sauce. Yes.
I just feel like she should have on like a Japanese bandana if it's going to be I love sushi. Otherwise, you're just saying the woman's nethers. I don't.
But do women wear Japanese bandanas? A Japandana?
No, but for sure, you got to indicate that he has an Asian. Is this an Asian fetish thing?
I think this is an Asian fetish thing.
It is? So it's referring to women as sushi.
Unless you're just saying that it doesn't make sense to say all vaginas are sushi.
All vaginas are not treated equally. They're not all sushi. This couch pulls out, but I don't. That seems like a threat.
Free seats, face lap. Yeah, so this site is an ironic, like, scumbag store.
Know something interesting I've noticed on all the ones we've clicked on?
What's that?
The only available size left is small.
Well, yeah.
I'm not being a sizist. What are they called? Body shame?
Something like 5% of men wear small shirts.
Oh.
In the U.S.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not this demographic skews bigger.
it's just.
I just find it surprising that the small is not sold out, but like the 2XL is. Wait. I'm here to eat ass and chew bubble gum, and I am all out of bubble gum.
Like, okay. You could say anything. I'm here to eat ass and
Danny Duncan, like, what is our
chew on
marketing
golf
like?
balls, and I'm all out of golf balls.
Oh. It's this man. Oh.
3 million followers.
He has videos of horses. This is the exact person. You don't orgasm donor. You don't. Now I hate the Virginity Rocks guy.
Yeah, he's probably into this guy. That's what it is.
I went from like wanting to be like, do you need a hug? I would never hug him, but do you need a hug? Are you okay? To like, oh, you follow this guy.
That's what it is. He likes this guy.
He likes this guy that has kids holding little rifles.
Little baby rifles.
Yeah, the kind of guy that God, I hate Danny. I don't even know who Danny Duncan is. I'm out of this. I'm sorry. Okay, so I don't have to. That's all this is. I don't have to feel bad.
You don't have to feel bad. He thinks it's funny.
He's probably a virgin, and he's wearing these shorts, ironically, to signal he's not a virgin.
Right.
Because it's so ironic.
It's a fucking parfait of insecurity.
And then he can get laid because of the shorts, and then he can like ritualistically burn the shorts. That's what's happened.
Yes. There we go. We figured it out. I
just feel bad for anyone that's trying to date or get laid in this era. It's a lot.
Apparently Gen Z ain't having the P. Gen Z isn't having sex, apparently.
What? They just watch porn?
I don't know. I just hear this shit and I say it.
Restated as fact.
Yeah, I don't know anyone.
Who knows? Well, I wanted to also, I'm sorry, but I wanted to, it's part of my Alka-Seltzer. It's in my crotch. Well, not in it, but I'm sitting on part of the Alka-Seltzer. Excuse me. I saw this chart on Instagram I wanted to discuss with you. Because it was going over the most attractive traits in a man. And I didn't find it to be particularly accurate. But
so this is who says this?
I don't know. I think it doesn't. I don't know. This is just top 15 most attractive hobbies to women.
Okay.
Which it says number 1 is reading, 98.2%. I was thinking about this.
So this is saying that 98.2% of women would rank reading as the number 1 most attractive trait?
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know, but basically saying unanimously all women want a man that enjoys reading as a hobby. Which I guess they might say, but then you think about it, like, is that true? Because if you think about like the books that guys read, it's like,
what books do guys read?
I don't know, like fantasy or World War II, or I just feel like you think you want a man that reads, but then it's like, God, another fucking book on like D-Day.
The Roman Empire.
Yeah, the Roman Empire, Marcus Aurelius, and like,
right.
Do you want a man that reads?
Men who read just read history.
Men love history.
I mean, there's like
or fantasy.
There's like functional reading for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But then conversely, a man might say he might want a woman that reads, but she's reading Colleen Hoover like rape fantasies. So everyone thinks they want the partner that can read, but they don't even like what they're reading is my hypothesis.
That's probably true.
I think I'm right.
I think that, yeah, for the most part, like, couples aren't reading the same book.
No.
And if they are, great. Good for you.
Good for you.
But, yeah, just blanket statement reading.
Yeah.
Like reading what? Comic books?
Yeah. Ugh.
Manga?
Yeah, you want your boyfriend to read manga?
I saw at the gym the other day, there's this Tesla. that has a complete anime rap. It's like wrapped in
Why
this.
did they do that?
It's absolutely, it's terrifying to think that I'm in the building with the man who has that.
Yes. There is almost no one scarier.
So yeah, a man, you have to quantify or qualify what reading means to you.
Because reading is not treated equally. You can read manga.
But then also foreign languages. That's not a hobby.
Yeah, like...
If that's a hobby, you know like every language.
Right.
Which is how many people?
And those people usually aren't... Yeah.
And playing an instrument... not true.
There's one...
You want a guy who plays an instrument You want a guy who plays an instrument if he is a world famous musician.
You want a lead guitarist.
But like every guy can play some G chords.
Right. You don't want a trombone.
The whole trope of the guy at the party playing the guitar. Mm-hmm. He's not getting laid.
You're embarrassed of your boyfriend when he says, gets acoustic guitar down and tries to...
Hey, whose guitar is this? Mind if I play a few songs here? And it's like everyone goes to the kitchen.
Yeah.
And he's in there alone with like two other guys who don't even know they're there anymore.
So, no. Then, anyway, it's just...
This list is largely fake. Woodworking, painting, writing. Writing makes sense. Gardening, swimming.
Like swimming?
Astronomy? No woman wants a guy who's into astronomy.
Archery?
Astrology.
Like 90% of women want an archer?
Blacksmithing, okay. For sure.
Blacksmithing?
Yeah.
In the year 2024? Do you think that's coming?
If I was outside right now making a sword, you're telling me you wouldn't be impressed?
You'd just be frothing at the mouth.
If I was outside constructing like an iron fence, you'd be like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Just pounding heated metal. That's fucking hot.
How are you doing?
What?
That's fucking hot.
Archery, blacksmithing.
I just feel like this is from like the medieval, like archery and blacksmithing.
That's
if you
true.
asked Gen Z top 5 things that make a man attractive, they wouldn't even know what those things are.
That's it. And if this top 15 list was expanded to 20, based on what we see in the top 15, there's no doubt that being a jester would be one of the things listed here.
Which actually probably would rank real. A woman wants a sense of humor above all else.
Above all.
And that's not even on here. And if foreign languages is a hobby, then a sense of humor is a hobby.
Foreign languages is not a hobby.
And it's not number 2. I hate social media for this. Just like this random poll. We don't know who it's from. It's clearly not right.
Let's just make up our own chart.
We should.
And share it around.
And make it viral.
Yeah.
Because like, what is 99%? Anyway.
And this chart doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
What, 94% of women prefer painting, but also 94% of women prefer woodworking?
Yeah.
Anyway.
These percentages are too close. I'm sorry, that's a very random thing. I was just looking at that.
That's social media for you, though.
Yeah, isn't it? Always coming up with content. I'm glad to not be dating. Thank you for marrying me. Never leave me.
Okay.
Because I don't want to find a man that reads and,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And does archery.
Yeah.
I do 7 of the top 15 things.
Right. Like, yeah, if you found a guy that does all these, like, he's a fucking dork.
He's a fucking dork.
Like, I'm sorry.
I'm a swimmer who also has a telescope and likes to hike and do archery and travel and read and cook.
And be like, shut up. She just wants to watch Netflix, dude.
Right.
Oh.
Like, I don't know, put the light switch cover on.
Yeah.
Which I still need to do in that room because you get electrocuted.
I get shocked.
Do that and be funny, and that's all she needs.
You really just have to be funny.
That's it.
And an asshole. That's the secret.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Not for a long-term relationship, but just if you want to get laid.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to burn your virginity rock shorts, just be an arrogant asshole. That's kind of funny. You'll be fine.
Yeah, wear your Virginity rock shorts, like insults or tits.
Lopsided.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, hey, when's your arm fat going to move into your tits and make them bigger? Then she'll
Works like a charm.
love you.
Yeah.
So
We have great advice on if you need dating advice.
if you ever need dating
we
advice,
clearly
we know what we're
know
talking
what to
about.
do.
We figured it out. You can too if you listen to us on the Right On Oh Yeah podcast.
by the Rivet Team. What did you say in the beginning?
Oh, I don't know.
You just said words. Speaking of boobs, I've been taking screenshots
Or boobs?
of boobs because Instagram, these targeted ads are out of control. Okay? I'm getting targeted ads for small boobs. For bras for small boobs.
Oh, okay, not just like ads
A-
for small boobs. Okay.
Yeah, Which rude. You know.
Wait, did they say that?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
These bras are for small boobs. And then
Are you a card-carrying member of the Itty Bitty Titty Committee?
absolutely.
Do we ever?
Yes.
They say that?
That is the marketing. That is the marketing. I see it every single day.
That's what they're saying?
Every single fucking day. I took screenshots. I should have taken a screen recording. Every day. I see this multiple times a day.
Are you 2 Raisinets and a baby sock?
Yes.
Hey, mosquito bites, look over here. Like, why are they doing that?
It makes me not feel good. And how do you know?
How would they know?
I don't know. I mean, you could look at my pictures, but like, how advanced is this ad? Because just being petite doesn't mean I have small. Like, there's plenty of girls that are busty, that are short,
Bursty, yeah.
bursty and busty. So I took some screenshots just so I could show you that this is a fraction of the ads I see.
Okay.
Okay, if you'd like to share my screen. So here, the bra designed just for small boobs. Push-up bras for a AA to B cups. The bra designed just for small boobs. Bras don't fit small boobs. We got you, small boobs. Small booby girlies PSA. Y'all know the struggle of finding bras, small boobs. Big news for small boobs. Me upset at 13 because of my small boobs. For my itty bitty ladies. Big news for small boobs. Why does everyone think small chested women don't need bras? Big news for small boobs. These are for my itty bitty girlies. This is a fraction. I've just stopped taking screenshots.
My itty bitty girlies.
I don't want to be your itty bitty girly. And they won't. I don't think these ads will go away until I make a purchase. I'm not even kidding.
That won't even work.
I've been getting it for weeks.
Sometimes I don't get ads for stuff until I buy the thing. And then it's like, do you want this? It's like, I already bought it.
Yeah,
that probably wouldn't even work.
Stop spending your ad money on me. I just find it very disturbing that every time I'm on an Instagram, it's like, hey, small tits.
They're better. Yeah. Hey, tiny tits.
Yeah,
Come here.
it's like, excuse me.
Look over here. We're selling
doing
stuff.
Fine. Leave me alone. I don't want it. Leave me alone. And it's all I see every time. I'm not even kidding. Every day, multiple times a day. And then I go to the comments to see if anyone else is like,
Upset.
no, I'm the only one.
People like this.
I guess I don't know how anyone's not just like, how did you know? Why is this targeted towards me?
Well, look, there are plenty of men who prefer
Itty bitty titty
large, humongous,
water.
positionable. I'll just say that. You can just angle them at different stuff,
Yeah, mine aren't positionable.
Some people
They can't be aimed like charts.
like a hover, a nice, a firm hover,
Sure.
and that's nicer to other people. Who's to say what's better?
Who's to say?
But
But Pepper's making me feel bad.
this is Pepper.
We are Pepper.
So her name's not Pepper.
Oh, Where
Okay.
Pepper.
Huh?
Then username is Where Pepper. I thought it was We Are Pepper. And then I thought they made a typo and they were stupid idiots, but I'm the stupid idiot that can't read.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Well, I'm sorry you're getting these ads.
I just feel a little attacked.
But just know that in throughout the course of a person's life, as age begins to set in,
Yeah.
things start to fall.
I don't have any gravity issues and I don't have back issues. Lay off.
And when things fall down, they do become less nice to some people.
Yeah.
To other people, there are, things that don't end up falling.
Right.
So they just look good the whole time. So that's okay.
That's okay.
That's all we're going to say.
Just stop trying to make me hate myself. That's all Instagram's for.
That is what it's for.
That is what it's for. But I have actually been doing pretty good lately. Might we applause?
Let me cue up the big crowd.
Yeah. No.
Sorry. No.
Sorry.
You've been doing
I've been doing
well lately.
Well. I've gotten, because we talked about my meds, but I've transitioned off my meds and I've engaged in what I believe to be quack science, but it seems to be working.
As long as it works.
Yeah. I won't get into it because it sounds like quackery, and when I talk about it, I feel like a quack. But if you're having problems, just talk to me about lens neurofeedback. But don't just go do it because it's highly unregulated. And so people can just practice it without any. But my guy.
People can just shove outlets into your head.
Yeah. Zap ya.
And zap you, yeah.
But if you live in Utah and you want to be fixed, I'm telling you, I'm your gal. But it's been a subtle transition that I haven't, there's little things that I notice where I'm like, that's different about me. That's not what I have seen before. You know what I mean? And part of this is being more approachable. I've always felt like I'm an approachable person, yet nobody talks to me. But since I started this lens neurofeedback, every time I'm in the sauna, not every time, 80% of the time I'm in the sauna, someone talks to me. No one used to ever talk to me.
So you think that because you're doing well,
I'm happy,
and you're in a happier, you're giving off a more welcoming aura, and people are saying, "Hey, I ate spaghetti."
Yeah,
and you're like, "I love spaghetti."
That's what they're saying.
Okay.
I just think it's very fascinating. I always thought I was very friendly, but now everyone's talking to me, but it's becoming a burden. Because in the sauna, it's I'm reading this book. It's called Fluke, and it's about chaos theory, and it's we don't need to get into it, but it's we were going to nuke Kyoto, back in the old war.
The 90s, yeah.
Yeah, back in 1994, but we didn't because some U.S. defense guy went on his honeymoon there. So he's like, no, I like that place. So it's hundreds of thousands of lives are spared just because that guy went on a honeymoon decades before.
Wow.
And then another guy fell overboard or something in the ocean and would have died. But then on a cruise ship 84 miles away, some kids kicked a soccer ball overboard and it traveled 84 miles to this man. And he held onto the ball and it kept him afloat.
That can't be real.
It's true.
That's a Benjamin Franklin level story.
That's what I think. But he was on the news, and then this mom was like, that's the ball that we kicked off our fucking boat. Or whatever. But it's so the point of this book is all these flukes in history that have really big, because it's
So littering could save a life.
Yes.
That's what we've learned.
That's what we have learned. Because the asteroids it was an asteroid that killed the dinosaurs?
It was, yeah.
Is it a meteor or an asteroid? Or this is the same thing?
I think it was an asteroid. Those are bigger.
Asteroid, it's if that was a minute, or seconds later, it wouldn't have hit. And it had to hit limestone, whatever. I don't even know if it's limestone. Whatever. Interesting book. But now that I'm approachable, everyone's like, what are you reading? So I give them that exact spiel I just gave you. Because then I go, wow. But then they start talking because they want to because everyone has their own butterfly effect thing. But so I'm in the sauna, and the sauna is 20 minutes, so I read for 10 to 15 minutes, and then I do the Sudoku after. That's the window that gets me, because then I close my book, and then it's what are you reading? So there's this 70-something-year-old guy that asks about my book, and he's like, that's so interesting. And then he's like, then he opens up his life story. He lives in a older home or what is it, rest home kind of place or something.
Why'd they let him out?
I don't know. That's why I don't understand why. I don't know. But he lives there and he comes to the gym and then he's like, but I fell and maybe I'm getting it all mixed up, but he fell in the shower and couldn't get up and then like had to like crawl for like hours to like the door, and then the door was locked and it was like this horrible thing and it was just like really intense. And then like his son, maybe that's when then his son put him in a home, I think, from that. That's what it was. And then like
every day, twice a day, I'm going to lay down on the ground and get up off the ground
to practice.
Just so by the time that I'm 80, like like I've been doing that my whole life.
Yes. It's so scary.
Got to take a note here to do that. Just
fall down twice a day.
Fall down twice a day. Get up again. Okay.
Now you'll never forget because
it's down here. Yeah.
Yeah. So then he's like, his kids are like, you need help. They put him in a home, but he's like a drug addict. And he's like,
the old man?
Yeah.
To what?
I don't know. He has a history of drug addiction. And he's like on trazodone, which is like fucking with his memory. So he's like trying to get off the trazodone. And he's like opening up about drug addiction. But now that he's like off his drugs, he's never felt more alive. And he's just like, he's in this home and he's like, these people are in their 60s and they're on machines trying to breathe. And I don't want to live like that. I don't want to fucking die. And it's like kind of heavy. You can't leave that conversation. But I am boiling. It's 180 degrees and I'm like dying. Like I can't take it. But I can't. This man is all pouring a soul to me about like mortality. But he keeps talking. And then at 27 minutes, which is a very long time to be in the sauna.
Yes.
I'm like, I think I just said like I'm boiling and I need to leave, but I wish you well in your recovery. And he's like, I'm dying too. So he didn't even want to. He was like staying to talk to me, and then he was like, I'm dying.
Yeah, he's just like talking to fill the time because he thinks that you want to hang out with him.
Yeah, we both think that the other person's going to be like alone and broken.
This is one reason to not be affable and to not be approachable.
But I like talking to people.
Okay.
But anyway, so that almost killed me. But then the next day is much. I hate popping body parts.
Like people like crack their knuckles.
Yes.
Yeah.
I cannot handle it. Like I can stay when the sex man is in there.
The face fucker or
no, the
knee kisser.
The knee kisser.
Okay.
I can be in a sauna with a man that kisses and makes out with his own body. Borderline sexual harassment.
Has orgasms.
Has audible orgasm. I'm dying inside, but I can take it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But there's this woman that is stretching. She just every part. I'm sorry. Every part of her cracks. Every part of her cracks. It doesn't matter what she does. And I was like, that's my threshold. I can be in there for 28 minutes with the man talking about dying. I can be in there with the knee kisser. But Cracky McAllister, I was like, I have to get the fuck out of here. And then I pushed myself to like stay. But I was like shaking and I was like staring at her. And I tried to be nice in the sauna, but I couldn't take it.
Scowling at it.
Scowling. Not even just grimacing. Like I physically, like my body convulses with each crack. There's no point to the story other than, please, if I ever meet you, never crack.
Some people think that going into the sauna because it's warm is this opportunity to like adjust their body.
And just crack every fucking part of their skeleton.
Like you don't have to stretch in heat. You don't have to stretch in heat. You don't have to fucking bend your joints back behind just because it's warm in there.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that at all.
That's what I would like to say.
You don't even have to stretch. Stretching is a waste of time. Stretching is fake.
You're an anti-stretcher.
I'm an anti-stretcher. Yes, absolutely.
Are your YouTube men behind that?
For the most part. The science is out, folks. You don't need to stretch. It's not doing anything. Instead of like stretching, just do the thing that you're stretching for lightly. and get into it slowly. If you're stretching for to do a squat, don't stretch. Just do a squat with light weight. If you're stretching to run, don't run or don't stretch. Just kind of like run lightly for a second.
I feel like I run better when I stretch.
You feel like it, but you don't.
So you're saying I'm a liar?
I'm saying yes. Wow. I mean, you'll see people at the gym who go to the gym. They get there and there's just like open section with foam rollers and blocks and stuff. And they get these foam roll and they're just rolling around on these foam and they're bending their body all over for like 30 minutes. They could just be doing their workout.
That's true. Is it really that long?
Yes.
Stretching?
You got to stretch, got to limber up. No, you don't. You fucking don't. You think the gladiators were out there rolling around on foam before battle?
Maybe.
No. No real warrior has ever stretched.
The Roman Empire did not stretch.
Like, you think Genghis Khan was out on the battlefield with a PVC pipe just like twisting around, getting ready? You just got to limber up real quick. No.
I like that visual and I hope that happened.
You're killing time. You're pretending like you're at the gym for an hour. You stretched for 30 minutes.
Yeah, just work out for 30 minutes so you can go home.
Right. You don't need to be stretching. Sorry.
Right.
It kills me. Cuz I'll be doing a run and I'll see somebody get there and start doing their foam roll stretching. And like by the time I'm done with my half-hour run, they're still doing that. Why? What are you stretching for?
We gotta get you a personal gym. But I guess you like hating things, so would you be happy with a personal gym if you didn't get your daily dose of hate?
Yeah, so I don't mind seeing people do things I hate because I like hating things.
Okay.
I don't like waiting for the machines.
Specifically the butt muncher.
Yeah. I use this hip thrust machine called the butt muncher, but it's the only butt muncher at the gym. So there's always people are trying to sneak in and, get it before you can.
No etiquette.
No etiquette, but
yeah.
So anyway, don't stretch because it's a waste of time. You don't need to do it. But in other news, speaking of, in the news, we have a story.
It's new story time.
It's new story. So P. Diddy.
Oh boy.
We all know about what's going on with P. Diddy.
Kinda.
Puff Daddy, Sean Diddy. Actually, I don't really know what he's done wrong.
I just read he's on par with Jeffrey Epstein, which is quite a...
Are there like kids?
I believe there's a lot of sex trafficking, including underage girls and very gnarly orgies.
So yes, he is on par with
and filming.
Epstein.
So that's basically, if you were to describe Epstein, those are all the things he did.
I've heard that he's filming. He's using like blackmail to keep people silent so that the cycle could continue.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
they did the ring.
I always knew.
Yeah.
Looking into his eye. Pull up Google image search P. Diddy.
Get out of here, itty bitty titty committee.
We're looking at P. Diddy.
P. Diddy titty committee. God, that's hard. I can't type.
So like, let's see. Click on that one there. Yeah. This is not a friendly man.
No.
This is not a man you would trust.
This is the Robert Durst of black.
He has a darkness behind his face.
They do. That's a real thing. I mean, we talked about pedo mouth last week, but just characteristics. There's the eye. The eyes are the souls of the windows of the heart.
One thing that's cool, though, white people, I didn't touch on this, but white people can have pedo mouth. I don't know if this is true for others.
So it's concealed.
So maybe he's concealed, yeah.
Well, he has a darkness in his eyes that would say that he killed Tupac and many others.
Absolutely.
There's something to that. They do. They just have black, soulless eyes, little beady murder eyes.
Do you think they start out that way, or are they just always, does the darkness in like these kinds of eyes, is it developed, or is the behavior derived from the darkness, which is always present?
Well, I mean, this is him as a child.
Okay, so it's always there.
He always has the darkness.
So the darkness is derived from the darkness within.
Born dark. Well, not dark,
no, yeah. The darkness is evil.
Evil.
Well, not so. The evil is within.
Yes.
And it is always there.
Yes.
And it just manifests itself over time.
I think so. I keep playing footsie, and I
like it.
Did you ever get to play footsie?
I've had a few footsies.
This might be my first.
We've footsied.
Not a lot.
This is nice. Let's look at the darkness in footsie. But yeah, so the darkness is...
he's up to no good. You look at pictures of him, you don't even need to know. You just know. He's up to no good. I've never found him likable. I've always found him suspect.
I mean, what songs does he even have?
I don't know. I truly don't know. They did the raid.
Yeah, they raided his house.
It's like 1,000 bottles of
lube
and baby oil.
Which, is that the same? Can you use baby oil for lube?
I don't think you're supposed to.
So what's the baby oil for? Just massages?
Wrestling? I don't know.
Okay.
Why you gotta differentiate, because I think the baby oil is weirder.
Did they find? Yeah, absolutely.
So like,
did they find 1,000 bottles of lube and 1,000 bottles of baby oil, or like combined. 800 bottles of lube? Like, what's the ratio?
Which I think there was P. Diddy dildos.
Is that his own line of dildos?
No, they found 784 dildos. But
784 dildos.
784, which is wildly specific. So I feel like it's like 784 dildos, which is a very exact number, and then like 1,000 is clearly rounded up.
Right.
Of lube and baby oil. It's like two different people doing inventory, because one of them's just combining the bottles, rounding up to the nearest 1,000, and the other one has counted each individual dildo.
Which, how much variety can you have in dildos to warrant that number of dildos?
How much space does it?
Like what are the attributes of a dildo, right? So you have size, obviously, have tiny dildos, have giant fucking like double fist dildos. You could have material, so like glass, silicone, wood, I don't know.
Sandpaper.
Metal.
Yeah.
I think that's about, you have material and size. I guess, so you also have shape.
Yeah.
So you could have like hands, feet, dicks with big heads, dicks with tiny heads, veiny dicks, smooth dicks, curved dicks.
I guess there's a lot. So maybe 784 is not enough.
Maybe that's not enough.
I want to know how organized this is.
Yeah,
I want to know how much storage this takes.
Yeah, is it like David Beckham's closet, just organized by color? And
that would be lovely.
Yeah,
it's like a museum. I won't ask Chad. I won't get into it. But I've just been trying. It makes a big difference to me. Is this like a grab bag of dildos,
right?
Or are they like labeled and ordered and like lit, like in a nice, like a nice closet? What brand of the lube and baby oil are they from? Costco? Like
is P. Diddy like, hey, grab the Begonia, and they're like, here's the Begonia.
Yeah.
Like, are they named or are they classified?
Is there a system? I want to know how this is organized. Above all else, we don't have access to that information.
But also, should they? Technically, the lube and the dildos, while they are related to the sex crimes because they were used in those.
Yeah.
Are they really? They're kind of ancillary. Like, what matters is like the people he hurt, not how many dildos he had doing it. I just feel like they shouldn't be able to mention this even.
I'm okay because he's a bad man, but
it would be like if our house got raided.
And they found what you keep in.
No, it'd be like if our house got raided and they were like, and he had 2 12-packs of empty Zevia cans on his nightstand stacked on top of each other. It's like, what do you got to say that for?
Yeah. It's just a fuck you.
Yeah.
They're just
You're just being mean to me.
You're just hurting my feelings.
Like,
I think it does help establish the scale of this operation.
that's true. Okay.
But I guess you could have 784 dildos and not be like rapey and just a connoisseur.
Or you could have that many dildos and not have used them in any of the nefarious things you did.
Like to hold them.
Right.
And to gaze at them. I don't know.
I like to look at my truck.
Yeah. So sue me.
So arrest me. But yeah, that's.
I don't know anything. I don't know. I've always had an aversion to him. I don't know what he does. He had that making the band.
I think it's amazing that he can be that famous, and I do not know one song by him.
We don't know anything about him.
I know nothing about him.
But I see here that he made a song with someone from the Pussycat Dolls, which has a personal tie to you.
So I'm 1 degree separation from Puff Daddy Combs.
You are.
This is amazing.
Share.
Because on my old podcast, I interviewed Kaya Jones, an ex-member of the Pussycat Dolls.
Yeah.
And
I've never heard that. What was it? What was it like? What'd you talk about?
we kind of just made fun of her a little bit.
You made fun of her?
Yeah, she had like a dumb song.
Were you mean?
She caught on.
So you just
towards the
her
end
on to be mean?
Sort of, but now she's a Christian, so it's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, we interviewed Kaya Jones. We interviewed .com from 30 Rock.
That is very cool.
That was cool. And
how did you even connect with these people?
I would send out. I like made a PDF of all of our listener stats, and this is the beginning of podcasting. Like podcasting was a thing, but it was pretty small.
It's like 2012.
It was like a new medium. Yeah, it was around 2012, or an upcoming medium, and yeah, so I made a PDF of all that, sent it out to like agents, and everyone was eager to try to get on the upcoming podcast because they were starting to trend. And so, yeah, this guy, Mike Esterman, Agent to the Stars. That was his
his self-proclaimed title.
Yes.
Mike Esterman.
Which, if there's anything that says less that you're an agent to the stars, it's calling yourself Agent to the Stars. I think his website is
it Esterman.com?
That's it. Esterman.com.
Your celebrity booking needs. Is this him?
Yeah, that's him.
He was your connect?
That was my guy,
to the stars?
So we're on the phone with him. We actually didn't even mean to interview Kaya Jones. We were like on the phone with him on the podcast. And in the middle of talking to him, he's like, hang on. I got somebody on the phone that I think you're going to love to talk to. He like called Kaya Jones.
While you're recording?
While we're like talking to him. Yeah.
And this is a stranger to
And he
you.
just like puts her on. And then he like leaves. Super weird. But yeah.
Wait, so it's like a three-way call basically?
Yeah. With us, Mike Esterman, and Kaya Jones.
So he just called one of his clients and put her on a podcast to basically be ridiculed.
Yes. That's what happened.
I don't know if he's a very good agent to the stars.
Oh, not at all. He's terrible. I mean, he's certainly a grifter type.
So you sent him a PDF.
Let's be very clear. He is not like Nick Lachey's agent. Oh. He's not Mario Lopez's agent.
Really?
He's not Nelly's agent.
He's just put them on his website, but he's not?
He is like one of their agents. You know what I mean? Like,
do they have multiple? Is that what you're saying?
Nick Lachey probably doesn't even know who Mike Esterman is.
I wish we could find out.
But like Nick Lachey's real agent probably does. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
he's a grifter.
I think he's a grifter. Let's watch his little video there.
Welcome to Esterman.com. I'm Mike Esterman, CEO and founder of the website that got you right here to make it easy to book people for your next event, whether it's a music artist, celebrity, or even a female DJ. But If
What
they're
the
not
fuck?
shown on the
Even a
website, I can
female.
probably touch about anybody as long as the funding is in place and with what they want in their range. So take a ride with me as we go
That
through the
seems
page
like a
See,
threat.
that's what that means.
on the website. I can probably
Yeah.
touch about
Like-
anybody as long
I can touch anybody.
Right. So he's just putting people up here who he can get.
Okay.
That's his
But
clients.
he's not like their agent. He's
He's not Jeremy Piven. He's not Cedric the Entertainer's agent.
I mean, by that logic, you're just as much an agent because you could get,
Right. If I had a company give me, $5 million to get Cedric the Entertainer to do something,
yeah.
I could then say I'm Cedric's agent. I operated as an agent for Cedric the Entertainer.
But he did follow through and got you some people on your podcast.
That is true. He did do that. So thank you, Mike Esterman.
Thank you, Mike
Agent to the
Esterman.
stars.
Agent to the stars. Do you miss your podcast?
No, I like this one more.
You do?
Yeah.
I've never asked you that.
I get less drunk, so I get less hungover. I smoke less cigarettes.
Okay. So it's largely just substance related is what the
Yes.
benefit is just that
Right.
when we did drink, but
Well, and I get along with you better than I got along with the other two.
I should hope so. Because we're married.
That's what happens. And we do stuff together that we can't do with our friends.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Amen. Thanks, Mike Esterman.
Yeah, talking to .com was fun. Talking to Kaya Jones was just disappointing.
But funny.
It was funny. It was just disappointing. I just don't like her. So,
Are you Facebook friends though?
yes.
Or did she unfriend you?
No, I ended up unfriending her
You did?
because all she did was post about like religion and politics. So, but speaking of disappointing celebrities, boy, I got some bad news.
What's up?
Dave Grohl has confessed to having a secret family.
Like a whole side family?
He's come out and said, I got these kids
Multiple kids?
from a side piece. Yeah.
Like they're grown up?
I don't know if there's multiple kids. I don't know
you
what
just
I'm
spreading
talking
misinformation?
Yes, I am. Dave Grohl family.
Side family. I have recently become the father of a new baby daughter born outside of my marriage. I plan to be a loving and supportive parent to her. I love my wife and my children. I'm doing everything I can to regain their trust and earn their forgiveness. We are grateful for your consideration toward all the children involved as we move together forward. I can't read.
Why would he come out and say this?
Why would you say that? Just keep it to yourself.
Just keep it to yourself, pay her a lot of money, and don't fucking worry about it.
He can worry about it, just don't talk about it. What a weird thing to publicly, like, why'd he do that?
He's been married to his wife for 21 years. Oof, ja. Come on, Davey.
He
Seemed like such a nice guy. Meanwhile, you've
had
got,
like a soft spot in my heart for him.
for sure.
I like Nirvana. I like Kurt Cobain. Read his autobiography, but I do get a sense he's a little moist. You know, everyone thinks he's like such a nice guy.
Right.
And it's like,
Like reverse moist.
he's a reverse more like, you're bullshit. You have a side family.
But meanwhile, you've got so Dave Grohl's coming out saying, I had a kid with some lady.
And I'm going to raise it,
Oops.
which is nice,
But
technically.
then you have Bon Jovi.
Who's an actual angel.
Have you seen the video footage?
No, I just saw
Pull up,
headlines.
type in Bon Jovi saves woman or whatever.
I just saw headlines for it.
Yeah, he talks a woman off on the bridge.
Bon Jovi suicide.
And John Bon Jovi had
I don't need commentary. I just need let me try this.
a bridge over the Cumberland River, hanging onto the railings.
Wait, well,
Several
hold
people
on.
Oh, wait, we're going to get flagged for... Should I find a better clip?
No, this is fine, I think, as long as we pause here. So the clip that I saw, it just showed like Bon Jovi walking into frame. And like this woman hanging off the edge. It was like a cropped in version of this shot. There's all these people just walking around.
No one cares. No one cares even a little bit
I guess she likes the view.
that
Whatever.
she's on the wrong side of the rail.
No one cares.
That's a little disturbing.
Like, go back a few frames. Look at all these. This woman's walking her daughter by this. This woman is walking her daughter
Now is your time to be an example.
by a suicide. This is when you use your daughter to say, are you going to kill yourself in front of a child?
You can.
Come on, let's get down. Let's go
Right,
get a
that's all you have to do.
sandwich.
Use your daughter as a shield for. Instead, they're just like,
A woman in
They are
blue
literally just
highlighted
walking
in-
by. No one cares. This family does not care that this
they
woman's
look at
life is
her
going to end.
Like they notice.
They're just like, I don't care.
Yeah, whatever. That's a significant amount of.
And then finally, Bon Jovi.
Look how cool he is when he walks. He's like strolling.
He's got a swagger.
He's got a Bon Jovi swagger.
And then he walks up and says, hey,
I'm
Hey,
Bon
buddy.
Jovi.
how's it
For a
going?
little wave.
You halfway there? Living on a prayer? Let's come down from here. She says, all right, fine, you're Bon Jovi. Because imagine you're about to end your life.
Oh,
You're about to-
That was a nice embrace.
But imagine you're about to end your life.
Yeah, this is it.
And Sting walks up
Yeah,
with Phil Collins.
both of them.
And you're just like, well, I'm not going to do this now.
All right, like rude.
Like, this is incredible. This is
That
incredible.
was a nice hug.
That's a nice hug. I wasn't on the screen when they hugged, so I'm sorry.
Oh, well, I'll replay the hug because it made me feel nice. Gets her over, and then just a nice, you're gonna be okay.
Come here, bring it in.
Bon Jovi. Meanwhile, all these other assholes on the periphery are just like, oh, guess I could have done that, but
Right.
no. They probably couldn't have because that's some serious star power.
That's what celebrities should do.
Yeah, that,
You know, you have those people like the policeman, like yelling through a fucking megaphone.
Yeah.
It's some guy hanging out of a window.
it's not worth it.
We all go through hard times. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't. Like, instead of having that guy, have Hugh Laurie walk up with the fucking megaphone.
Oh, yeah.
And do the American accent from House.
Yeah.
And do and you're like, holy, is that Dr. House? What the fuck? You're not going to kill yourself in
do
front of
this.
Dr. House.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. This is how celebrities should be
always
on like a
trying to,
rotation.
have like virtue signal and like if you really want to make a difference, go to the suicide bridges.
Go to the suicide
Talk
bridges.
some people off.
Because
You have some generational challenges.
you don't have to, there's nothing even, you don't have to talk them off. Just show up, be like,
Hey,
hey,
I am here. And
yeah.
they're like, this is divine intervention.
Hey, it's Cedric the Entertainer. Mike Esterman sent me here. What do you think?
You do run into the issue if they don't know who they are, though. Like a 20-year-old's not going to know Bon Jovi.
That's true.
So
Good thing that wasn't a 20-year-old.
they need to figure out that part of the rotation. But yeah, you wouldn't do it if they just appeared and they just apparated.
Right.
You know what I mean? They would just read into it, like, because people love reading into things.
And yeah.
This feels mean to be mad about, but I gotta get it off my chest. Because why not? I was looking at one of those good news pages. You know, good. It's just supposed to be positive stories. I'm not talking shit. It's sad. This woman lost her mother. That's sad.
Yes.
So I won't show the video because I'm not trying to, but just, she lost her mother and she's at the funeral and the caption's like, my mother said that when she's dead, whenever there's a butterfly, it's her or something.
You're not going to show the video?
No.
Show the video.
I don't want to.
Show the video.
I really don't.
Show the video.
I don't.
Why?
Because I don't like it. Because her mom died.
Yeah, but she's doing this.
Yeah, but I don't like it.
Then why are we talking about it?
Well, never mind then.
Show the
Feels
video.
mean.
It's not mean. She's mean.
No, she was a dead mom. You've beat me into submission. We can watch the video. But to be clear, I'm not making fun of, it's sad her mom's dead. I just
Yeah.
also,
This video isn't criticizing her mom.
yeah, it's criticizing
her.
the deceased mom's daughter a little bit. So before my mom went to heaven, she told me when I saw a butterfly to think of her. After I gave the eulogy, butterfly landed on my nose and stayed. So there's this butterfly here, and then there's a butterfly in her hand, which you will promptly see die. Which I shouldn't laugh, but it goes down here. And Dad's like,
Oh, dear, the butterfly died. Your mom died. Again.
but for like weddings and funerals, they like will ship butterflies and they like freeze them and like get them all whatever sedated and stuff. And a lot of them die during transport, and then like they're drawn to the heat and stuff when they like open the box.
So they're drawn to her for her warmth.
Yeah,
So she is saying,
that her mother is reincarnated as a butterfly.
this woman is saying, okay, my mom just died. How can I leverage this for fame?
Yeah.
And for getting popular on social media.
Yeah.
Oh, let the butterfly landed on my nose. What are the chances?
And there's like,
It's like, you just froze a box full of like 300 butterflies, let them go within 4 feet of you,
and
and then you're going to act like it's a miracle that your mother is speaking to you because a butterfly landed on your fucking stupid face?
And what would she say about you killing butterfly? Like, mother clearly has an affinity for butterflies.
This is my mom. I froze my mom. I killed 10 of my mom.
Watch this one fall down right now.
This one was my mom, but then it died, so that's not my mom
So this
anymore.
one's my mom.
My mustache butterfly is my mom. Am I cute? Do you have the picture? Do you have the picture? I'm crying and I'm smiling with my mom on my nose.
It makes me feel so cynical that I'm like, I don't know, there's like 15 negative comments. I usually hate negative comments on nice posts. But
This isn't a nice
But
post.
it's just like, God damn it, that's not your mom. But everyone, you know.
This is the selling sunset of funerals.
Yes. Yes.
That's what this is.
I know, and then there's comments like, you just are jealous because she's blonde and beautiful, and that's why you think that the butterflies aren't real. And it's like, no, this is something people do.
She knew this was going to happen.
Yes.
That's why they let a box of butterflies. Like, if you were just and one butterfly landed on you, it'd be
If
like,
it just like,
oh my God. But she's surrounded by dying butterflies.
like I would cry if I saw a video of just like butterfly fly into
Right.
But she's not surprised at all.
Because she knows that so many butterflies.
it has
And
to-
also, your first reaction when anything lands on your nose is,
Just to fucking swipe the fuck out of it.
it's not to be like, oh, you have the picture.
Yeah, you punch it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't just let it land
But she
on you.
knew that this would
Yeah,
happen.
and she's like all posed for
I'm
it.
warm. The butterfly is freezing on the verge of death. It will land on me. Everyone will say, ah, wow. They'll take pictures. I'll be on social media.
And everyone will praise the Lord and that the Lord works in beautiful ways. And I just find it all very offensive. And I'm happy to see your reaction because it makes me feel okay.
It's insane behavior.
Because I'm just...
She deserves mockery
find it very gross.
for that.
Well, very little mockery is coming her way, so. But that's what I'm saying. Like, so, but yeah, it's like if Bon Jovi appears, it's like, what other answer other than the Lord sent Bon Jovi? This is
Right.
amazing. Oh, what other answer other than no, the butter, like to fabricate that and then like, and you know she believes that's what's happened.
Right.
And it's like you did this and you have made yourself. Yeah.
It's like if I die, every time you see a parrot, I want you to think of me. And then you play this clip at my funeral, and then you just fucking cannonball parrots at your face, and like, oh, like that's not.
And be like, look at him 50 years ago.
You did that.
Yeah.
You made that up.
Like, I made them come to fruition.
So yeah, this is stupid. She's canceled.
Thank you for canceling her with me. We're the only ones, but at least someone.
People like her.
Well, everyone loves it.
Oh my God.
Everyone says. I mean, many people cry. That's the part that makes
Do they
me feel
not
out of
know
touch.
they're being tricked?
No, I mean, you naturally don't expect something so cynical, probably, right? You don't expect people to be, but I mean, that's literally like a dead butterfly, just like.
Yeah. You don't
Or if
expect.
it's not dead, it's heavily sedated and cannot fly, which
That's why it's clinging
Yeah.
onto you.
And you're like, you aren't supposed to, like, butterflies are in danger. They have, like, specific plants they need. Like, you can't just ship them to other regions and make them your little,
Bitches, yeah.
Yeah, make them your butterfly bitches.
Well, one thing you can do, though, is you can give us a call. At 802-870-6928, we have a call
We
this
do?
week. Yes,
Send her over.
you got it.
Let me see.
We got a call. We got a call this week, so
Yay.
this is our call.
Thank you, call.
Hey, Leah and DJ.
Thank you, Dean.
That's my favorite voice.
Great. Thank you, DJ.
It's the best.
No, I
don't even need to hear the rest of it.
It's the best accent.
The best. It's so
It's
friendly.
like, so here's the British accent is the most intelligent sounding accent.
Yes.
It sounds regal and royal, but it also sounds pompous and arrogant and pretentious.
You think so?
Absolutely.
I think that's the appeal.
That is the appeal, but that's also
And
like,
it makes you feel.
but if a British person's saying something that you disagree with, one of the key like loopholes that you have for dismissal of their viewpoint is they're just being pompous and arrogant. Okay, know-it-all. Get out of here.
Oh, that's not my take at all. I just fold. It's like, well, they're British. They know what they're talking about.
But so Australians have a little bit of that,
Mixed with
but it's mixed with fun and lightheartedness, and they don't
Warmth.
take themselves too
And
seriously.
bouncing.
It's bouncier, it's friendlier,
Yeah,
it's
it's a
happier.
great time.
I was tanning left in my white car. You know,
I want to go there and be surrounded by it.
too bad it's so fucking
It's
far
so
away.
far.
Can't go there.
We can never visit.
And New Zealand takes it a step further, and they just sound like they're on fucking meth. In New Zealand accent is an Australian accent on meth.
You think so?
They're just like, wow, wow. They just go crazy. They lost
They
it.
shoot off into space.
They went too far.
Yeah, Australia has.
Australians
the right
have it
balance.
just right. So
Yeah.
thank you, Australians. And thank you, Dean.
We don't even have to listen to your call, but I guess we will.
Yeah,
I'm going to start it over so we can hear our names again in an Australian accent.
perfect.
Yeah.
Hey, Leah and DJ. It's Dean from Australia chiming in.
We know.
How are you? Hope
Great.
you're doing
Good.
well. Hey, I was listening to a conversation just today. Actually, this is a Saturday afternoon down here, and they were talking about Subway. And you guys seem obsessed with Subway in America. And I've had Subway maybe twice in my entire life, and both times were an let's just say devastating experience. And it got me thinking, do you guys actually have a thing called banh mi over there? BAHNMI. Banh mi are these Vietnamese rolls that are packed with, roasted meats and vegetables, and, you can have a little bit of chili with them, and, there's combination. There's like roast pork, roast beef, chicken. Yeah. We often partake of a banh mi down here in Australia, and they've become quite popular. I mean, there's banh mi shops like on every street corner, it seems like. And as opposed to Subway, which I consider to be plastic food, these banh mi's are fresh French rolls, fresh vegetables, roasted meats. They're beautiful. So anyway, just interested to know if you have partaken. Anyway, Subway sucks. Bye.
Subway does suck.
Aw, thanks.
I've had banh mi a few times. I liked it a lot.
I mean, I feel like our earlier conversation was very revealing.
Right. You wouldn't like a
I
banh
don't
mi
eat
because it's crust.
Well, I just don't. I could cry. I'm not going to cry. I'm a picky eater to like a very, like, it's my worst trait, arguably. Like, I hate food. I'm not anti-banh mi. I just haven't tried it because I don't try
We're going to
things.
try banh mi.
We'll try it for listener Dean.
Because Dean has, first of all, told you how good it is, which
Yeah.
means it's great. And banh mi is fantastic, especially like a fresh one. I'm surprised that Subway hasn't tried to do a banh mi.
Right.
Subway's banh mi, it's fresh.
God, I can imagine that commercial too.
Absolutely.
I'll try a banh mi. I'll live on the edge.
Yeah.
I'll try something different. I'll get out of my comfort zone.
But Subway is I want to be clear here, Dean. Americans, we don't like Subway.
You don't think so?
No.
I think Subway
It's
is.
one of the biggest failing fast food restaurants.
I think it's one of the biggest restaurants, so isn't it?
It's one of
It has like the most locations.
they make the least per square foot of any fast food chain.
Do you know this to be true?
I do know this to be true.
Really?
Subway is a failing franchise. In the 90s, Subway became popular because mothers wanted to get healthy foods for their kids. So they thought, well, instead of getting bread with processed meat and sauces on it, with French fries, I'll take my kid to Subway, where I can get my kid bread with processed meats and sauces on it and potato chips.
Because it has lettuce, it feels like a salad.
Right. It's like a salad, but in a sandwich, but it's not. And also in the 90s, the Subway bread was good.
Oh, really?
The Subway bread was good in the 90s. But then towards the early 2000s, something happened with Subway. I don't know if they got a new CFO who said, hey, listen, I come from latex bedding. That stuff's so cheap. Takes a long time to mill, to grind, to
Yeah.
make a flour, to send that to a store. You're going to trust these people to make bread? No. What we'll do is we'll take some of the bread, some of the flour that you use, because we have to make food. But my latex guy, I've worked with him for 40 years. We're just going to mix latex into the bread. And that's what our bread's going to be.
Okay.
Subway's bread is like if you go to Bed Bath & Beyond, which you can't anymore because they're closed, and got like their little travel pillow and tore it open and stuffed it full of lettuce and cold cut meats.
That's Subway?
That's Subway.
So plastic was a good description.
Plastic's an accurate description. I mean, it is like dinosaur fossil fuel waste. Whatever they're doing to make their bread.
Yeah.
And also at Subway, I don't know what that franchise is doing. And I don't know how each and every franchise is managing to achieve this. But there is no restaurant that is more consistently hateful and angry with their customers for even showing up
Really?
than a Subway.
You have animosity when you've been?
Yeah, they are very angry. They are very angry. I've never had the policeman called on me until I went to a Subway. It wasn't a gas station and it was bothering them, but
Why?
only because they were in such a bad mood.
Was it warranted?
I don't know. They
What
were so
happened?
we would go to this gas station. I worked at UPS as a package handler.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. And after work, we would go to this gas station, which had a 24-hour Subway. That was run by the same person who worked at the gas station. So there were people visited so seldom that they could juggle both.
Okay.
So they could be, I'll put 10 on pump number 4. Okay. I'll also have a tuna salad sandwich. And they got that too. But this person was always so grumpy. And so I would try to cheer them up and I would hide behind the counter and I would crouch down
Behind their
and just
counter?
pop up with a meh, and yeah, I would crawl on the
Like behind the register?
not behind the. So they were behind the register.
And you would crouch?
I would walk into the store because the register, like the counter is right there by the door. I would walk into the store and then I would go down an aisle and come up and then duck down because the counter is long. So I could duck down at the edge of the counter and walk all the way over to where they were. And I would just pop up and go, and so eventually they knew that I was going to do that when they saw me. So
you did this regularly?
Yeah. So they called the cops.
Did
on
you
me.
order anything?
No, not that. Not when they called the cops on me.
Well,
but I
like
used to get
before.
Subway. Yeah,
So you've
I would
given
get
them money.
But then also at malls.
Is that the exact sound you'd make?
Yeah. At malls, at freestanding Subways, they're always in a bad mood. So.
What? Did you get charged with anything?
I got it's not a restraining order, but it's a what is it
You
called?
have a criminal record.
What's it called when they? It's not a restraining order. It's like you can't come to this
Cease and
place.
desist?
No, that's when you can't like talk about something or
I
do
don't know.
something.
Why would I know? I would say it's
I just want you to know it's not a restraining order.
Well, I think it is.
A trespass warning.
Oh, you were trespassing, but you're a paying customer.
So I got a trespass warning.
Wow.
So
Were you just trying to cheer them up, or
I was. I thought they would like it.
they didn't?
They never liked it. But it's not just that. That's not the
That's
only. That's not like
amazing.
my only experience with a grumpy Subway employee. They are notoriously
Probably
in
severely
terrible moods.
underpaid,
Well, sure, yeah,
and they're exposed to this latex chemicals from the
and making
bread.
latex bread all day. So, So to summarize, Subway's bad. We don't love it here in America. It's shutting down. It's going away. We won't eat fresh anymore. But banh mi is good.
I will try banh mi.
So let's on the next episode. We're going to try banh mi.
We will. Oh, that's
Cool.
exciting. All
And,
right.
And thank you to Dean for
you to Dean for
campaigning for us to eat banh mi.
Yeah.
So it's a relevant time to be campaigning, I think.
For banh mi?
Well, just in general.
Or just campaigns?
Yeah.
Campaign for anything.
Because it's the presidential.
The worst time of every 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they go around to the different places and they campaign. Which means they just give the same speech in different places with slight. It's like a stand-up comedian. They they do their tour and they open up with a little bit of banter.
Make fun of the Mormons.
About like here they do Mormons. In Florida, it's like Florida man.
Yeah.
So
Slight adaptation, but same script.
that's what campaigning is. Which I honestly, what does campaigning like actually purport to do?
Like a campaign event?
Like for a presidential campaign?
It's a good question.
Like what do they think they're doing? Like what's the goal of?
Exposure?
But
Get written in the article? I don't know. Do they sell merch at them?
they do sell merch, yeah.
Maybe you should throw the merch, like bands touring. They just want to make that merch money.
But you always hear like they're campaigning in the swing states.
Yeah, they're only in the swing states. I think they're narcissists and they think their presence is going to make it compelling.
I guess I couldn't imagine, like, in my mind, everyone going to like a Trump campaign is already voting for Trump.
Yeah.
And everyone going to a Kamala Harris campaign.
Yeah,
I said
you go.
both because I don't want to fuck it up.
Yeah, be careful.
Everyone going to a Kamala Harris campaign is already voting for Kamala.
Unless they're just to sabotage, but
Right. But like 99.9% of anyone at anyone's campaign is there because they're voting for that person.
yeah, especially if they're willing to wait in lines and stuff, they're already committed voters.
Like maybe I'm wrong. I just couldn't fathom going.
No, yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know who I'm gonna vote for. I guess he's coming here, so I'll go to his building and hear him say his words and see if I like them.
Yeah.
Is that what's happening?
Maybe like twice, but unlikely, I would say.
It's like those. Then I think it's like those people going to the gym who walk around and get the gym tours. I mean, we've talked about that, but it's like maybe those are the. When I'm at the gym and I see somebody on a gym tour, I think you can't exist. You can't be a real person.
Really?
So when I
You
when I
have a
am,
fundamental misunderstanding of people.
that's what I'm trying to get to.
Because I could go on a gym tour.
You would get a
And
you would get a
you're
tour of a
married to
gym.
me. I wouldn't ask for it ever. But if it was offered and I thought it would not, if I didn't want to hurt their feelings,
They're not like
I might say yes.
their self-confidence isn't hinged on whether or not they get to show you the basketball court.
They might. I don't know. Maybe there's a gym tour commission.
But yeah, to your point, like I have a fundamental misunderstanding.
Yeah, your first mistake is even just thinking, because no one's like.
Like I couldn't imagine being that person. I can't fathom that those people exist, but they do. They're getting the tours. They're going to campaign rallies, and they don't know what they're doing. They don't know why they're there. They don't know what they're looking at. I'm just here to be told what his words are. Oh, that's the basketball court. I see. That's the sauna room. I see. Okay, here's the weights. I see. He's against abortion. Okay, I see. What do I think about the issue? Do I like what he says? Do I like what she says? Who do I like what says the most? That's what people are doing,
I hope
apparently.
I do a whole podcast episode in that voice because it's my favorite.
One of these days.
Maybe when we eat banh mi, you can give your review in that voice.
I'll only give my review in that voice, yeah.
Okay, please remember that.
But yeah, so that's what people are doing, I guess. It's just campaigning is happening on the internet. I get
Yeah.
Like-
It's just funny people spend so much, donate so much money to these campaigns and they're paying for them to travel and use all these greenhouse gases.
right to say that
these
we are
arenas.
against greenhouse gases.
Uh-huh.
Like you don't need the internet is the campaign trail.
It is.
40 years ago, the only way to hear what someone had to say was to either see it on TV or to go hear them say their words. We have to go hear him say his words. We missed it on the TV program. We have to go hear him say his words. That's how you found out. But now you have the whole internet to do that for you.
I mean, they notoriously, you see those Facebook hearings, they don't know what the internet is. They
That's
don't know
true, yeah.
anything.
But there's
Dinosaurs.
young people showing up to a Kamala Harris campaign.
It's just so they can put it on social media. That's all everything is. So they can get their butterflies to land on their noses.
At this point, I'm just surprised that Trump is even doing campaigns anymore.
Why?
Because he's got his base figured out, and it's not risk.
But it's just thousands
It's not
of
worth the risk.
adoration. It might be. For that ego, just to be
This
in
is
a
his second
stadium.
time. This is his. I guess this wasn't at a campaign, but people are trying to kill him actively.
Yeah.
People are trying to kill him. You've got fucking Gary Busey pointing the barrel of his gun out of a bush.
He does
Did you see that
He
guy?
does look like Gary Busey. I don't know his name. Trump second shooter.
Not that one. Just keep scrolling.
Is another one?
There's one with paint on his face.
Ryan. Let me just look up
Ryan Ruth. Yeah. Where's click on
this one.
the second from the right on the top row.
Yeah, that's the same.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. Yeah. So Gary Busey decides I'm going to kill Donald. By the way, when I first saw this happen, they had a picture of Donald Trump and a picture of Gary Busey. And they're talking about Trump's second assassination attempt. And I see this picture next to Donald Trump. And I'm like, what did Gary Busey do? I legitimately thought that was a
Really?
photo of Gary Busey.
Amazing.
But yeah, so
That's very disorienting.
So this guy is like, I'm going to act like a Scooby-Doo villain and stick the barrel of my gun out of a bush.
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
What's the plan?
It's like a scene out of Fletch or something. So his son writes a letter.
Gary Busey's son?
Gary Busey's son writes a letter.
What does it say?
And he starts off like this, this is my dad. He's had a couple of traffic tickets, but he's never done anything this crazy. This is crazy. I know my dad and I love my dad. This is nothing like him. And he sounds like he's very detached from the actions of his father in the beginning. I can't believe he would do this. Doesn't sound anything like him to do something like this.
Character testimony kind of thing.
Right. This is absolutely crazy. I love my dad. And then in the letter, he goes on to say, and I'll read this. I know my dad and love my dad, but that's nothing like him. I hate this game. Every 4 years, I think that we all do. And if my father wants to be a martyr to how broken and disassociated the process has become from the real problems and practical solutions, then that's his choice. I'm not saying that's what he's done or what he's about. That's just my own rant, being fed up with all this for my entire adult life. South Park said it best. Every 4 years, we're forced to choose between a turd sandwich and a giant douche. And it all stays fucked in the same ways by different degrees. And we're exhausted and embarrassed by it all. Like, he started off so level-headed.
Right.
Then he just lost it.
I'm with him, but yes, also lost his cool a little bit.
Can you believe your dad tries to kill the president?
Yeah.
And you start talking about South Park?
Yeah, these kids got to just zip it. It's like RFK's kids will just keep out and
My dad chopped off a whale head.
You're not helping.
My dad bit off a bald eagle's feet and spat him into his asshole. RFK did what?
Kids, you're not helping. You're not helping Dad.
You're not helping Dad.
Just let Dad do his Scooby-Doo stuff.
Can you imagine hearing your dad tried to kill the president?
That'd be intense.
Like, wow.
Like, whoa, Dad. Let's take it easy.
He just sounded so level-headed in the beginning. And then it's like...
Yeah, it kind of goes off the rails.
So you're going to try it next.
Yes, that is exact the takeaway.
Honestly, someone's going to get him. Yeah. If they don't tighten up security, someone's going to get him.
I wish the liberals would stop, wanting that to happen, because that's how we get a civil war. And I have no interest in that.
Yeah, it's not like that happens and your problems are gone.
Right, and then it's like, well, Donald Trump is gone, so it's all fine. Like, no, now all the people with the guns are really mad.
Like, half of the country likes Donald Trump.
Yeah.
So him going away is... That's not half... If you could somehow kill half the country...
Then...
If you could kill everyone that disagrees with you...
Great world.
Then you would have a perfect world.
But no.
We can't do that.
We can't. Man, what a weird, I don't know, compulsion to release a statement. Just don't say anything about your dad.
I just feel like the left is really losing their ways.
The woes of their ways.
Yeah. I mean, all of the worst and most evil people are supporting Kamala. Basically.
I don't follow it.
Like the CEO of Time Warner, the vice chair of Bank of America, this guy Vinod Khosla, who has been illegally restricting access to the beach in front of his property for 10 years.
Seems on brand.
Dick Chaney.
Yeah, I like that was Dick Chaney, and I saw Ronald Reagan's old advisors or something.
Right.
Or what is...
what is happening?
I had to look up a thread on the Dick Chaney thing because I just couldn't wrap my head around why that was good.
Yeah, don't mention that. If you're Kamala Harris and Dick Chaney endorses you, you say, no thanks.
Yeah, you can say...
I disavow you, Dickie.
I disavow you, Dickie boy.
Dick Chaney is notoriously one of the most evil people on planet Earth.
Bad man.
20 years ago yesterday... American Idiot by Green Day came out. And that whole album
dedicated to
is basically a hate letter to Dick Chaney.
Yeah.
Green Day supports Kamala Harris. Dick Chaney supports Kamala Harris. Something is wrong here.
It's really uniting both sides.
It's uniting both sides, yes.
Yeah.
The God of War.
When is he gonna go?
He literally signed a waterboarding kit. Sacha Baron Cohen got him to sign a waterboarding kit. Man. And he did it.
He's the hero.
And now we're supposed to want to vote for who Dick Cheney... I'm not saying that you should want to not vote for Kamala Harris, but that should be no foundation
for...
It's
not something we want to highlight.
Right. That is not where you want to stand.
Yeah. I'm with you. I can't wait for it's almost over.
Whatever happens, happens.
I don't even care.
And, just end.
I don't care.
And I think that it'll all be the same.
It always is.
It's always the same.
Till it's not, but who cares?
But by then, we'll all be dead. So, and all of our loved ones will have butterflies land on their noses.
We will be the butterflies.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry.
I gotta eat. Are we ending?
Yeah, we're done. So thanks for tuning in. Bye.